Hello again, and welcome back to It's Our Time to Quilt. It's been a little while since I taped a brand new one, and I guess you saw the reason why with my camping video. We were camping for 2 weeks and it was wonderful. I have been camping on that lake since just a little 4, 5, 6-year-old, and it was always the highlight of every summer. And I love the swimming. I just love being away from everything. It's a very, very beautiful lake. So I'm now back and excited, and I am going to be very busy taping, editing, and getting some new videos on site. Today's video is a follow-up on my Jinny Beyer Block of the Month Mystery, the 2018. So if you remember, I bought the kit, and it is just gorgeous, just beautiful. And all the different gradations of fabric is amazing. And then I got a few little things like the tote bag, and I've got the Jinny Beyer marking pencil, and I've got a little needle minder. And in fact, I got this at Jinny Beyer's some years ago. It's a man that she knows that makes beautiful marquetry jewelry. And in fact, if you go to her site, there's still things there. A good selection of things. So anyway, and I've got, if you notice in the background, I've got just a few of my collection of Jinny Beyer books. I love my Jinny Beyer. So what I thought I would do is, we've now had 3 months worth of clues, and I thought I'd show you how I'm doing on it. And so far, very, very easy to follow, but I can also already tell it's going to be really exciting. I thought before I showed you the pieces I'm working on, I would show you, these are the templates I bought and cut out, and some were longer than what you would put in a printer, so then you take their marks and you just take and put clear tape on them. But I didn't know if you've ever heard, when you're working with a template, this template says template B and BR. And what the BR means is B reversed. So if you need mirror images, like if you have a left side and a right side, that's a mirror image. Okay, see how it's a mirror image. So what you do is, if you're going to cut out fabrics for B, you would cut it out with the right side of the template facing up. Then if you need to do BR, you just simply turn it over. There you go. So follow, always when you're using templates, follow the grain line. That's what this arrow is. It wants it on the straight of grain. The best straight of grain runs the lengthwise of the fabric, because remember I told you that's the strongest and most stable line of the fabric. If you don't have enough fabric to cut on the lengthwise length of grain, I've had good success turning it exactly perpendicular and running with the back and forth straight of grain. But never cut a piece like this on a diagonal of the fabric, because that's the bias, and biases stretch terribly. And if you've ever worked with bias edges, you'll know what I mean. They are a mess. So, but I just thought I'd show you these templates. And see this tiny, long, tapered angle? Well, your 1/4 inch line, your sewing line, is way back here. So luckily with these templates, she puts all of your beginning and ending line marks on it for you. So she makes it very easy to be accurate. And I do want to say, there is still time if you want to get this quilt. It comes in 4 beautiful colorways. And I chose the teal colorway, but it's like red and green, blues, and I'm not sure the other one, but go to her site and there are 4 different colorways. I found the kit price very reasonable, and the pattern's free. You just sign up for her newsletter, and every month she'll send you the next box. And if you sign up for the newsletter, you can go back and see the previous months, as long as you do it before the block of the month is over. and I think it's only got a few more months, so check into that. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. And you don't have to buy her kit. You can use your own fabrics. But I've just found nobody puts fabric together like Jinny Beyer, so it's worth it to me to have her kits. All right, so as I said, there have been 3 months. I think May, well, no, maybe a little bit, maybe April, May, June. And this Saturday, I do believe the next clue is coming out. So let me show you what I've done. Now, I think these were the first month. And these 2 pieces sewn together. Now, some I did by hand. A lot I did by machine. But you'll notice I marked all my points. I loved, the thing I love about a block of the month is you can only sew so far any given month. So you can kind of slow down and enjoy the process and work on being very accurate. And I love that. So I've got, and here's another where you have to have mirrored images. So here are the mirrors. And so you've got this side and you've got this side. And they exactly mirror each other. And of course you notice how subtle it is. Her colors are so subtle. Like if you notice the last 3 blues, there's not that much of a difference. And her eye for those subtleties is what allows her quilts to glow. And it's a Jinny Beyer hallmark. That's her gift. The next month we did great big pieces. And these were also mirrored. And so here is this. So you have a color of the background and then her border. And the borders had to be fussy cut. And she shows you, oh, I forgot to tell you, with each of the free patterns comes a free video tutorial where Jinny actually teaches you herself the details. So here are these. And I have, let me see, they're the mirror. Here are the mirror sides. So, with the templates. And I think that this was a square. She told us to cut a square and then cut the triangles from it. But this has 2 lefts and 2 rights. So here's this. And she always says, do you know what, can you figure out what the pattern's going to be? I never can. I am not sure at all. So these were pretty easy to make. These were pretty straightforward to make. And she warned us, she said, June, it's going to be a little more work, but nothing you can't handle. These I love. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And when I was watching her video before I went camping, because I can't get internet at the lake, I watched her video on how to make these blocks with part 3, month 3. And she said, remember, you could paper piece these and it makes it easy and quick. Or if you sew them by hand, you can save half the fabric. Well, I wanted to save that fabric. So these were all made by hand. And I have 6 of these. And I did take a course from Jinny herself in hand piecing. And it was very enjoyable. And I think they came out all beautifully. I got the sharp points even without paper piecing. I just used her templates, cut them out by hand. And then the nice thing is I was able to sit out at the campsite, out in the nice weather with Mark, and sew these. So, there they are. So that was a very enjoyable thing I did while I was at the lake. So, as I said, this Saturday is her next clue. It's never too late. Go to jinnybeyer.com, sign up for her newsletter, find the newsletter, sign up. It's free. You don't have to pay a thing. And while you're there, look at, she has tons of free patterns. Look at her sale fabrics. Check out her notions. But her website, I mean, I could spend days there. So there are a lot of wonderful things to see. And she even has a software on there where you can kind of design a quilt or use her fabrics and see how they would look in a particular quilt you'd like. So enjoy that. All right, well, I think that covers it, and I'll come back next month and give you a nice short little recap of how it's going. And if you have any ideas of what you think this is going to turn out like, let me know down in the comments, and please click like if you like these, because I absolutely enjoy making them. And for all subscribers, we have a Yahoo group so that we can chat, and I can give you the first notice of when we're going to do a live feed, because I think that YouTube has done a really good job of making it very simple to do a live feed. So cross your fingers. I'm looking forward to that. Well, have a good week. It's been 4th of July week. It's been very hot, but I hear in a couple days we're going to have a cool front come through. So cross your fingers. We need it. My yard looks like a jungle, and it's too hot for this girl to get out there and work with it. So anyway, but take care, and share with me what you're sewing. What are you working with this week? Because I'd love to know. When the weather gets hot, it's always time to sew. So thank you for coming back for Our Time to Quilt, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.